So, it seems I've ruffled some feathers. So, apparently there needs to be a little bit of clarification. Where to begin? When I say I'm hearing that there's a lot of problems somewhere with something going on, and the response I get is, no, you're just wrong. It's not really an argument, right? I don't really ever buy that. You're just wrong. Nah, that doesn't work for me. Show me how I'm wrong, right? The assumption that I'm just a Westerner and all I ever watch is Western news, and that's where I'm getting all of my information from, that's incorrect. I watch a lot of different news sources from a lot of different places in the world. And when they are all saying the same thing, I kind of got to go with where there's smoke, there's fire. When Al Jazeera is saying that there's problems in Saudi Arabia with the way they treat their people, I kind of go, well, all right, here we go. Okay? And trying to convince me that you live in a utopia where everything is great and you have no problems, I'm sorry, but that just sounds like bullshit to me. You're trying to convince me of something that is found apparently only in your country. There's bad people everywhere. And there's bad situations that happen to people everywhere. So to say, yeah, well, it's everywhere but here, I don't really buy that. Sounds like propaganda to me. So I think therein lies much of the disconnect. Also, another thing, being critical of something isn't being disrespectful. It's being critical. I'm asking questions. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. And when you jump there from criticism to, oh, you're being disrespectful and therefore bad, no. It sounds like you're trying to hide something. You're overreacting greatly. Also, things like this, they don't really work to inspire a whole lot of confidence in anything that you say. When somebody tweets out, I think this sort of humanitarian thing is going on, and the response is this, it doesn't really work well towards your cause. Kind of makes you look like bad people. So, there's a problem right there too. The overreaction to it all. Telling me about how great you are with sending people to university outside of the country makes me wonder why you're sending people outside of the country. When I hear stories of a whole lot of people trying to leave said country and come to America, makes me wonder if why things are so great over there, so many people are trying to leave. These are the little logical inconsistencies that I grapple with. So if you have a better source for information, maybe if there's a Saudi news source that you'd like me to look into, wherein they, talk about what's really going on there, I'd love to know. Please link it in the description. I think it would do well to educate us all. But all I have is what I have. And what I have doesn't make you guys look as good as what you're trying to make you guys look as good as. So, you see where my problem is? Like, this is where the whole thing kind of comes from. Threats, overreactions, and logical inconsistencies don't make you look like you're being very honest. So, I understand that you have a lot of civic pride. I get that. I do too. I'm an American, and I love my country. You guys are Saudi, and you love your country. That's fair enough. And you want to defend your country, and I respect that. I really do. But it's the way that you're defending your country sounds disingenuous. It sounds like you're just trying to make things seem a lot less bad than everybody is talking about. Yeah, I'd like to think that you guys live in a utopia. That would be fantastic. I really hope that everybody's just wrong, because the things that people are saying, not good. And I never hope for the worst. I really don't. I always hope for the best. But I'm not being reassured very much on that. Yeah, I can't think of much else. Also, the redirecting of things. You guys have a lot of gun violence, and your country is all full of violent people, and this, that, and the other thing. That's also not really an argument. We're not talking about my country. I know about the faults of my country. I talk about them all the time. We're talking about you. So the whole redirection thing, that also doesn't make you look good. It makes you look like you're trying to hide something when somebody says you've got a problem and you go, no, you're the one with the problem. I don't know. But that I kind of wanted to make a response, visually and vocally. I hate writing things out in text. It's so easy to misunderstand. There's no innuendo. There's no nuance to it. You can't really hear tone. So I see a lot of problems, and I'm being told that it's all just lies, and that's just not good enough. You got to show me. I never listen to people's words. It's their actions that matter. And so far, this has been the only action. The throwing out of the diplomats, the recalling of diplomats, the ceasing of trade, these are actions. And these are not actions of people who are doing the right thing. These are actions of people who've been caught and now they're pissed. So therein lies my problem. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. And there you go.